Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you are all well and safe and having a great day. My day's going all right. I've been playing around with Art Studio Pro and I wanted to do an oil painting, but I wasn't that keen on just using the oil brushes. They were lacking something. There just was something not there, like the grunge brush that you've got in Procreate. I wanted something like that. So I had a look around and I discovered the smear generator. This is what I came up with, just a simple little oil painting using the smear generator to get me started. I also want to say that for some reason the iPad made a right mess of recording the screen grab, so I'm just using the video that I've got from the camera. Unfortunately, it's at a bit of a jaunty angle. Anyway, let's just get straight on with the painting. Well, I'm in Art Studio Pro today and I want to do an oil painting of this picture. I've got the reference window open, but I want to shut that down because it's taking up too much space on my iPad. I've got it on a PC that I can look at, but I'll put it at the side of the screen for you to see. So let's just shut the colour palette down just for a second because I just want to explain what I'm going to do. If we go into the oil brushes, there's no real brushes in there that I want to get a kind of a nice loose texture going for the start of the painting. So I've had a look through all of these brushes. If we go down to texturizers, there's a brush in there called Smear Generator. Whoops, nearly got it. Smear Generator. And if I choose that, got this sort of green colour, that'll do, and start painting, you can see straight away we've got this sort of funky texture going off with lots of colours, so I don't have to do too much painting, which is quite nice. But there's too many brush strokes. I don't want it to look like that. I want it softer. So if I hold down my stylus on the brush, wet brush, I'll still have this same smear generator selected, and look what happens. Get this much softer effect, and that's what I want for this underpainting. So that's what you need to do to get going if you're painting along with me here. I suppose I ought to clear that layer. Just delete it and start again. And I am going to the brush a bit bigger. Perhaps a bit too big. Just to get some of these colours in. I'm going to bring my palette onto the screen so I can see it, and then I can just sort of adjust colours as and when I want, because I want this kind of really nice red, warm red going off, but I kind of got it in the wrong place. I want it sort of more there, I guess. Let's go back to the green. You see how quick we can get this effect going. I've got no underpainting going off here. I could go in, I suppose, and take that bottom layer. Can I fill it? Is there a fill option? Fill, colour fill. Cool, that's not the colour I want though. I'm going to go for a sort of a bluey colour. Yeah, that's it. And then a bit lighter perhaps. Yeah, let's go with that. And then click the plus. And I've got a nice background so I can come back onto my layer one, keep painting. With this, what's the brush called again? Smear Generator. That's the one. So I'm just sort of getting some colour. I've added a bit of blue in there. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Too much. Sort of soften it off a bit. Get back to a nice dark green. That's better, it's got a bit more colour in it. And I'm going to use the oil brushes. I'm just using this smear generator just to really quickly get something down that looks quite good. Bit of lag there then. I want a bit of lime green foreground. You see how laggy it is? Shut that down. So in the space of what, 5 minutes, got all this going off. A bit more of this orange. Red. Do like these really vibrant colours in this. So I think that's kind of all I need to do with the, what's it called? The smear generator. I could just sort of reselect the brush so it's on the dry brush and just, oh, too much. Just trying to get that orange colour. That's it. Push a bit smaller. I like that. Do I? Possibly. It might work. Just around the edges a bit. Yeah, I think I'll leave that. That's all right. So now I'm going to go into the oil brushes. And I think I like this canvas oil brush. I've had a little play around with the brushes to sort of give me an idea of what works and what doesn't. And you see this one, you can see that if I zoom in, it sort of pushes the red out and it blends a bit. So we can get that nice oil effect. I have to say, I prefer this to Procreate. Oh my God, did I really say that? But I do. I think the blending's way nicer. Now I've got this edge down here that needs to be sort of straightened up a bit. So I'm going to go in with a bit darker. And what I'm going to do now is just paint in a few tree trunks. You can see them. Try and vary the distance between the tree trunks as well. I think this is as well. There we go. I don't know if you heard that. That was Special K shouting at me through the window, telling me she's nipping out for 10 minutes. Right, that's cool. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Do I need some of these darks? Into there a little bit. Maybe a bit too dark. Let's just pick up that green a bit. Go. And I'm just sort of dabbling away like that. What I want to do now is get some of this sky. Oh, set my brush a bit smaller and just put in a few sky holes, perhaps. Yeah. I can push that orange in and out. There we go. There we go. And some sky holes appear, some bigger ones perhaps. Love when you blend them, you get this lovely painterly feel about it. A few sky holes over here. Just sort of smudge them down so they're not too in your face and bright. Push the other colour into a little bit. Come a bit, zoom in a bit so I can see what I'm doing. Got a bit darker. I'll probably come around these again in a minute. Problem is when you zoom in, you can't really see what the effect looks like. You do need to sort of work on a smaller view. So this is all on one layer. I'm not messed about with layers at all yet. Just got picked up the green again now, so I can put a bit of definition back in the green. It's not quite so smudgy. Maybe do the same with the orange. To just change the colours, all I'm doing is holding the stylus, look, on the screen. Oh, let's see if I get it to work. Typical. Work. There we go. Hold the stylus on the screen and you can sort of slide that around and pick the colour you want. Maybe a bit darker than I just want to. Put some of these in. There we go. That's it. Right, I want to think about the fence now. So I'm going to sort of come for a browny colour. And I'm going to put the fence in. So. Something like that. I'm wondering if I should move that out. You know what? I'm just gonna step back. I wonder how far I can step back. I think that's my limit. Oh no. Well, that's cool because what I can do, I can go to my brushes, go back to the texturizers, use my smear generator. Just don't forget to pick the green up. Just lose it a bit. But I'm going to bring that in there a bit like that. That's it. Now I can go back to the oil brush. Where's it gone? Oil painting. I've lost it. There we are. And I just want that canvas oil. I really like that brush. It works great for me. So I'll tidy that a bit. I suppose I could in this path in a bit. Special K's in the photo, but I don't think I'm going to put her in. I'm going to leave her out of this one. Right, let's try this fence again. I'm just thinking that I should kind of put it here, sort of like this, just so it's more on the golden mean, and then put the gate, make a gate up or something. We'll just have an opening, I think. Maybe something like that. That's it. There we go. A few posts. I like the way it smudges those colours. I can yeah, like that. What I'm going to do now, picking up this orange lot, I'm just going to put a bit of that. These leaves have fallen up against the path. I'm thinking I'm going to just put a little post there and it on just there like that. Just add a little bit of something to it. Oh, that's it, that'll do. Right, what do I want to do now? want to pick up this green, and I've actually got this fence post the wrong side of this grass. Kind of needs to come down a bit. I suppose I could take the grass up to it. That's it. Put the grave the path in, because the fence was really in the right place. Which means that's got to go back a bit. They blend beautifully. That's it. Sort of put that in, it just sort of takes you into the picture a bit more. Do I need that to be dark down there? Yeah, right, okay. Now, some of these russetty colours. A bit much, that one. Let's just step back a bit. What I'm doing now, I'm just really lightly letting that brush touch the surface of the iPad. I say brush, I mean the stylus. Just grazing it, look. Ever so light, because if I put any pressure on, it gets quite dark, colour wise. That's not really what I want. Quite a big brush there. A little bit smaller. Just brings that red into the foreground, which adds a certain amount of balance to the overall painting. There we go. And I want a nice bright yellowy orangey colour. Sort of squinting now at these trees. Sort of popping in these brighter yellows. Kind of like that. And I'm doing it so small so I can see the overall effect. I might pop a bit of that yellow in this grass, you know. It's really
ever so sensitive, this sizing of the brush. Be so careful with it. Yeah, I like that. I like it. Do I make this brush here a touch lighter? I don't think I do. I think I quite like it like that. I'm going to put this gate in. Oh. Love it. That's it. I think that is a nice little... I could put a tree in here, couldn't I, actually? I was going to say that's it. But you know what? I'm going to add a little tree. A happy little tree. Just here. Sort of already in its... shed its leaves for winter. Yeah, that's worked quite well actually. I'm quite pleased with that. I like the way those colours just sort of smudge across and mix. Really nice. There we go. That's it. Now that's finished. So this was an oil painting using just the canvas oil brush, and the background was originally put in with a texturizer, smear generator brush, and I used it in the wet mode. And I've just got to sign it. What have I got? That'll do. Fun painting. Quick oil painting using those two brushes. I mean, now I've zoomed in, I could actually tidy it up quite a lot, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it there because I just wanted to show you those two brushes and how quickly you can produce an oil painting that looks like you spent ages on it. And that has taken me, according to the clock on the recorder, 28 minutes and 36 seconds. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, big thumbs up as always, much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because I've got loads of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.